Hello everyone, and this is your favorite Belgium, Max. And today we'll be talking about 5 games that will happen this weekend in Europe in football or soccer for Americans. I will try not to be biased because of course I have my favorite teams in every league, and I'm not gonna say who's my favorite team by any means. You guys maybe have to figure it out. And leave in the description down below if you think I'm wrong, I'm right, and tell me all your predictions for this weekend. So first of all, let's talk about Ligue 1. Ligue 1, I can speak French, so I can say pretty well, I guess. Paris Saint-Germain against Lille, or LOSC, like people like to call it. Paris is currently sitting in first place of the table, actually. I guess not really surprising. It's been like that for forever, except when Monaco won. And Lille is actually fifth right now, after their really good season where they finished up second last year. I believe this season and this game is gonna be won by Paris. Paris, of course. I don't see anyone else winning the league this year again. And my prediction will be 3-1 in Parc des Princes. The next league we're gonna go in to detail is the Serie A. So Serie A has 3 big games this weekend. First one is being Atalanta against Juventus. Second one, AC Milan against Napoli. And the third one is Torino against Inter Milan. I will be discussing my personal, and with my personal interest, the Atalanta against Juve. Of course, Juve is first. Even though their season hasn't been that incredible compared to other years, they're still first, and there's actually some decent competition coming from Inter this year, which is really interesting. And on the other side, Atalanta is currently fifth, but the thing is, they have scored the most goals in the league this season, and by that I mean 30 goals, and they're looking really incredible in attack. This game, I think I'm gonna predict a draw, a tie. Depends where you're coming from. I feel like this game is gonna end up in a 1-1 draw. Tell me in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me. The next one, we're going to the English Premier League. The biggest game of the weekend is of course Man City against Chelsea, and will be played in Manchester. Manchester is having a rough start of the season compared to the 2 last seasons where they're like completely dominating, except for Liverpool last year. But this beginning of the season, even though they scored the most goals in the league, they're not doing that well. Of course, Liverpool is doing incredible, and Chelsea is doing really good. Is doing better than usual, better than we were used to seeing them like the last 2 seasons. Tammy Abraham is on fire, and Frank Lampard is doing a really good job with all those youngsters. And this is going to be a battle between Tammy Abraham and Aguero, who the two are currently top of the scorer table. And even though I would like, I don't want any team to win. I'm gonna be biased, but I believe Man City will win, and I feel like it will be a score of 2-1 for Man City. The next league we'll be covering will be La Liga from Spain. So this weekend it will be the biggest game is Real Madrid, who are currently second on the same number of points as Barcelona, against Real Sociedad, or fifth. This game technically has to be won by Real Madrid, and they have to show their coming back to dominance. Karim Benzema is the highest scorer of the league right now, and I expect him to maybe score 1 or 2 goals this weekend, and I expect Real Madrid to win 2-0, 2-0. And the last league we'll be covering today will be the Bundesliga in Germany. And for me, the biggest game of the weekend is Bayer Leverkusen against Freiburg. Bayer Leverkusen are not having such a good season on their standards, but they're currently 8th, but they're only 3 points apart from Freiburg, who are really surprising this year, and I'm really loving it. I mean, Bundesliga is finally open, and Bayern Munich is not on top after second week with 25 points ahead, which is pretty nice. And Freiburg is fourth. Mm, as I like a little fairy tale story, I feel like Freiburg, even though Leverkusen kind of disappointed this season already, um, even though they're pretty strong as well, I feel like Freiburg will go and grab a point away at Leverkusen, and the game will end 2-2. So those are my predictions for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed my opinions, my predictions. And if you have any other predictions, any other big games in your leagues, I know I didn't cover a lot of leagues. I only covered the five main soccer football leagues in the world. And give me your predictions for those five games in the comments below, and we'll see next week who's right and who's wrong, if I'm right or wrong. And I hope you guys have a nice day. Please, if you like, subscribe and like. I mean, I'm gonna try to do as many videos like this as possible if you guys enjoy. So yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.